Hello and welcome to Engage University, episode 14. My name is Lauren Devins, the digital marketer at BNP Engage. And in today's episode, we're offering some tips about how you can prepare your online presence for 2024 and beyond in terms of marketing, web design, and web development. I'm here today with a few experts from our team to share some insights and help your business succeed online in the new year. So Ben, I'll kick it over to you first for an introduction.
Thanks, Lauren. Hey, I'm Ben Ladani. I am the president of BNP Engage, and I'm happy to be here and talking all about what our partners and clients and friends can do in 2024.
So now Blake, kick it over to you.
Hi, Blake Purtle, one of the web designers here at Engage. Really excited to be talking to the three of you about what's to come the next coming year.
Awesome. Over to you, Tess.
Hi, I'm Tess Ewing. I am one of the web developers here at the BNP Engage team, and also am always happy to talk about latest trends in web development and how we can make your lives easier making your websites for 2024.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so let's get started. So Tess, I'd like to start with you. So what are some trends and tools that you've been seeing for the website development world that our audience should know about heading into 2024?
Yeah, for sure. So, I think, well, for starters, I think Blake and I are probably going to have a lot of overlap as far as things to look for in 2024 in the dev and design world. I'm going to start with saying that accessibility, I think, is going to be super hot. It already is super hot, super important, and it's only going to continue to be more important as it becomes more accessible and more easy for us to implement those changes and updates for your website. And I just think it makes sense in 2024 that should be something that is addressed for your websites. You want to make sure that as many people as possible are able to interact with your website and view your content, no matter what way or form that they are interacting with it, be it through a screen reader or their keyboard or whatever device they might have. And I think there are some tools, and I'm sure we're going to hear a lot about this AI, but we've been using a tool called Axe that uses AI to, scan the websites and tells you like, hey, this image, doesn't have an alt tag, or this particular link isn't clear on a screen reader of what the link is for. So I think those things are going to be super helpful going into 2024 as you redo your website, or even if you're just zhuzhing it up and want to get some sort of audit. I think it's going to be super important to look as far as accessibility and making sure that your content is accessible no matter the way it's being viewed. Similarly, that it kind of leads into like a mobile first design and development strategy that we have been doing more so in this past year. And I think that's only going to continue to take off as more and more people are viewing your websites on a phone or on an iPad as they're on the go. And I think that's going to be even more important. And then also just from a development standpoint, there's a number of AI tools that will help you solve certain problems as far as development goes and code goes. I'm not going to encourage anyone to say, hey, AI, make me a website. But if you say like, you're stuck on, a for loop or something, I think that can be super helpful to fix those kind of chunks of problems that come up. So yeah, I'm super interested to see, where that goes and how that takes off, especially and I think, as much as I just was talking about, codes and was just more like JavaScript and PHP, I'm also, I'm your front end girl. CSS is in some sort of like renaissance right now. And I'm so super excited for like the new selectors that's going to make just coding a website with, just CSS so much easier. And a lot more manageable and easier code-wise going forward. So super excited for that too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, those are a lot of great tools. I like that you touched on AI. I'm sure, as you mentioned, that'll definitely come up a few more times in this conversation. So keeping in line with the website and design and development, Blake, I wanted to pass over to you and hear your thoughts about website design trends and tools to be on the lookout for.
Yeah, so I mean, Tess, both you're right. Both the points that you had were both the two main points that I had. So I'll touch on stay on the topic of the AI generated stuff. So specifically in the world of website design, a little bit different from world of dev, where a lot of like what Tess was saying is a lot more code related. A lot of the AI centric stuff for the world of web designs can be focused on imagery and videos for websites. So when talking about the AI generated imagery for websites, really talking about updating real photos. So that's like expanding the space around the edges of a photo, adding new elements to a photo, maybe removing elements from a photo, like removing a person from like the background of a photo in just a couple seconds. So saving a lot of time from something that normally a designer like myself would go into Photoshop and take a couple minutes to do. Hopefully the AI tools would be able to accomplish that in a lot faster time. And also the world of AI generated imagery, like 100% AI generated imagery is definitely expanding a lot, and it's still really an ongoing development as far as a tool and a trend in the world of website design. There's definitely going to be a lot more developments in this next year to build upon the foundation of what they're already doing. There's definitely instances where there's specific image requests that we get and there's not a stock image for it. So hopefully in the future, using these AI generated imagery tools, we can create these specific images that we're looking for and add them to websites instead of using a stock photo that really has nothing to do with the subject matter that we're talking about on the website. There's also a lot of really cool AI tools for videos as well. Lauren, I know you just sent over actually a couple tools in our Slack channel the other day talking about some video features, and some really cool things that they're doing, like removing, similar to the images, being able to remove elements from a video, like a person walking through the background, which is very, very difficult to do video wise compared to just like a still image. So they'll help save a lot of time in the future, as well as you could create basically any video and transform it into like a green screen effect. So removing the background entirely and replacing it with a totally different background, which is pretty cool if you ask me, and something that if I were to try to do myself, as much as I'd like to think I'm a really, really good expert at video editing, it's something that would definitely take me a lot longer to do than an AI tool would be able to do. It's definitely some of the items that I'm seeing in the world of AI. I'm sure a lot of that kind of dabbles into what you're doing, Lauren, as well, in the world of marketing. Also seeing, like Tess was saying as well, accessibility. There's a lot of AI tools that are working in the world of accessibility as well, like Accessibility. That's a tool that we currently use on our website. It's great for simplifying and streamlining the process of becoming accessible and compliant using an AI machine learning tool directly on the website. So if you go onto our website, you'll see the little icon in the corner. Users could click on that, and then if they use like a screen reader or they're using a keyboard navigation, it just makes that user experience a lot easier for them. And a lot of tools that we're using internally just to make sure that the websites and the products that we're putting out into the world follow those new accessibility guidelines. Tess, you already mentioned XDevTools. It's definitely one that we're using. And then a couple others we're using. So Wave, it's Web Accessibility Evaluation Tool for all aspects of the WCAG web guidelines. Google Lighthouse is a great tool for focusing specifically on page performance. It also provides some good audits for accessibility and progressive web apps and SEO. Accessiscan, which is actually an Accessibility company tool. It's a free website accessibility tester, so you can just plug in your URL right in there, and it'll give you a report of all the different items that are currently incorrect and errors on your website, and also shows you what you're doing right. So that's also a really good tool that we're using right now that uses some AI features, but also really focuses in on what Tess was talking about with the renewed focus on accessibility and making sure that websites are user-friendly for all users.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a really good point. And being accessible is so important for everyone who's trying to, try to get to your website and just trying to understand what kind of services you provide. And it helps for SEO as well, because you want the search engines to understand what's on your website, the hierarchy of your heading tags, the metadata and everything. So yeah, like those accessibility tools are awesome. So thanks for sharing those, Blake.
Yeah, definitely.
So Ben, I'm interested to hear from your perspective some trends and tools to be aware of in terms of marketing and business development.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Lauren. So definitely going along the same lines of the AI conversation that Tess and Blake were both mentioning. I really think that the tools that create some efficiency in the content creation, as well as, photography and videography, will accelerate and speed up some of what we used to take a long time to do as marketers. And what I think is going to happen as a result of that is that there's going to be more time to be able to spend towards personalization and things that will make that content and that video and photo more effective in, converting the audience. So I think that's a big one. I think just AI in general should really be looked at kind of as part of the digital transformation that companies need to do anyway. And so that's why we have been talking a lot about CRM, making sure your data is in order, because the AI and the tools that you're going to be using need that data to be able to do the personalization. And so I still see this kind of resurgence of digital transformation as a term in terms of what we can do to become better marketers, including things like AI. And I definitely don't want to skim right past accessibility, because I do believe that that's not only a trend, but it's really important. I mean, I think a lot of these tools that have come out, or I should say the devices that have come out to be able to use to access websites and emails and all the different marketing that we're sending out there, it's not really one size fits all. Everybody's using different tools, different devices, and needs to see things a certain way because of whatever ailments that they might have. And so we, as the people that bring these things to life, designers, developers, and marketers, need to be cognizant of that and make sure that we're continually thinking about it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's really helpful. And just wanted to throw in my 2 cents as well. A tool that I've seen that's really helpful, that I've really been enjoying using, is anyone who has Canva, pays for Canva, or uses the free version, I highly recommend trying out their Magic Studio. It's all powered by AI, and it's been really helpful for me as I schedule social media posts. And it's also been really helpful from a video editing standpoint, as one of the features that it allows is for an AI voiceover. And so you can type in the information that you want the voiceover to say, and then it'll say it over the video, and it sounds like a real human being. You can change the tone of the voice, the gender, the speed in which the person speaks. So it's really awesome, and it leaps and bounds ahead of what I thought that it would be able to do, because I feel like sometimes when you add an AI voice, it sounds like a robot, and that causes people to kind of be like, whoa, I don't know, this isn't a real person talking to me. So I highly recommend checking out Canva Magic Studio, as well as Jasper. We use Jasper AI for writing content. It's awesome for inputting information about your business, your website, your about information, the industries you serve, the services you provide, and then it takes that information that you input, and then it really helps save hours and hours of time on drafting content, blogs, landing pages, conversion offers, just any type of content that you could hope to write about. It just really streamlines that whole process. So just wanted to make sure to call that out. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode. So thank you so much to Blake, Ben, and Tess for sharing your insights today. And thank you, viewer, for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, BNP Engage, for future tips in the world of website design, development, and marketing to help you manage your online presence in the new year and beyond. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. See ya.